What is up, everyone? My name is Martin Williams, and thank you for tuning in to the Blue Sports Forum. You can follow on Instagram at Blue Sports Forum, as well as like us on Facebook. And today, on June 26th, we are going to do some lineup building, okay, for Fanduel tonight's contest. And I'm going to show who I have as my lineup as of now, right? So I have, this is my lineup here. So I'm going to explain some of my choices. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'm going to, just basically kind of run down what I was thinking, and then also make some last minute changes. I see I'm going to have to switch out Brett Gardner here because he's not starting. That's why sometimes you can't do these lineups too far in advance because the lineups can change. Guys can be out of the lineup before you know it. I think I'm going to put in Nick Castellanos right there. Okay. So I'm just going to... Sorry, I'm kind of doing this a little bit out of... Yeah, perfect. A little bit out of sync as usual, but at any rate, back to our regularly scheduled program. So tonight's a full slate in Major League Baseball, which I love because it means you have more choices, you have more options for the players that you can pick on your lineup. So it's really good to, kind of get good players and get good players at good value. So it's not just about getting the best players. It's also coming up under that salary cap, but also making sure that you get good production. So the first pick I want to go over is Ross Stripling. And forgive me for my voice. I'm just getting over the worst kind of cold you can have, which is a summer cold. It's one thing to get a cold in the dead of winter, but when you get colds in the summer, it's just like, come on, man, like really. So Ross Stripling, 6-2 on the year. He's got a 1.99 ERA. It's pretty amazing that he is priced where he is. He's priced at about $9,000, which is pretty competitive for a pitcher with his stat line. I don't see him continuing to be at that price for too much longer, especially if he keeps winning and keeps putting up the stats that he's putting up. If you look at his strikeouts per 9 innings, 10.6 is that's pretty amazing. And then also low walks. His whip is, pretty good, pretty solid. 85 strikeouts. So, you're looking at a situation where, he's striking out almost 9 guys every time he starts. That's really the type of production that you want to see from a pitcher. And, he's going to, it's going to give you some runs. He's going to give you some innings, which is also good. You want a pitcher that's going to last, in order to get that quality start, which is important for FanDuel as well. So, really good pick there. I was almost going to go with Corey Kluber for the Indians, but their game is scheduled to be rained out tonight, so I really would stay away from Kluber if you can avoid it. Let me go to his... Yeah, so he's going to be at St. Louis tonight. I mean, obviously, every time out he gives you great points, but if he rains out, then you don't get anything. So, I think that's probably the safer bet is to go with Stripling. He's not going to get rained out. He's probably going to give you a quality start. So, I went with him at pitcher. The next guy was Daniel Descalzo. And he's a guy that he's a little bit underpriced when you look at his numbers. Excuse me. When you look at all of his numbers, but he's improved every year. When you look at his OPS, his on base percentage is the highest that has been in his career at 359. When you combine that with his slugging percentage, 848, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. He's on pace to get the most walks that he's ever gotten in a season. Still strikes out a little bit too much, but you can live with that with some of the other things. So you're looking at his average 260, 8 homers, 40 RBI, excuse me. Doubles, he's on pace to have the most doubles that he's had in his career. And he's already got 4 triples. The most he's gotten is 7. He got 5 all of last year. So, that is all of those are the makings of someone who can give you some really good points. And especially at his price point, which is $2,900. Move it over here. At $2,900, that really was a no-brainer for me. I had to go and get him for that. So the next guy is Heimer. I don't know if I'm saying this 100% right, but Heimer Candelario. Boy, might help if I spell it right? Get rid of that. So Candelario for the Detroit Tigers. It's a low batting average. Not going to really get a lot of hits necessarily, but he's going to give you, good power. 11 homers already this season. 31 RBIs. Candelario for me is a value pick. Just kind of made sense, especially, with some of the other guys that I have in my lineup. I have Carlos Correa, who is, a marquee player. So, with him, you're going to pay. You're talking $4,000. I think 4,100 actually for him, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, 4,100. So, you're going to pay. Excuse me. You're going to pay for a player like him. But with Candelario, he's going to give you. He's giving you 15 doubles so far this year. He had 7 all last year. He had 9. He split his time with Chicago and Detroit. But, he's already surpassed his last year total for doubles. He's got 3 triples. I think a lot of that has to do with playing at Comerica Park, which is a big, spacious park. So, that park's got a lot of doubles, a lot of triples in it. So you put the ball in the gap there, you're going to get some extra base hits. So yeah, I like him here. Again, value pick all day long. Value pick all day long. He's going to give you something. That's the hope anyway. Is that he'll give you, some extra base hits. He'll give you a home run, perhaps. Excuse me. And so yeah, so they're at home tonight. Detroit is, and then the last guy I'm going to go with, last guy I'm going to explain my rationale was Nicholas Castellanos. Now this was kind of like a last minute switch out because my first option was Brett Gardner, and Brett Gardner is not starting, so we don't want him in there. But with Castellanos, first of all, the thing you love, 304 batting average. Second thing you love is, the 24 doubles. He's already got 24 doubles, and again, another Detroit Tiger, playing at that park, going to get a lot more doubles, a lot more triples, playing at Comerica Park. So you love the doubles, you love the 10 homers. RBIs are a little low, but that could have a lot to do with the guys playing ahead of him. But yeah, I like Castellanos here. Another value pick, $2,900. I can live with that. I can live with, if he doesn't produce anything tonight, I can live with that. It's when you have guys who, you pay $3,500 for, and then they go over 4. Like those hurt. You don't want that. But at $2,900, at $3,000, I can live with him giving me an offer. Mark Trumbo was another guy that I kind of plugged in there at the last minute. It's kind of like looking for a good outfielder that had power numbers. Excuse me. That's to me to kind of put him in there. And let's just look and see what he'll give you now. His homers are a bit down. He hit 47 in 2016. So he's well off that pace. But, that could have to do with a lot of different variables. Maybe he's just not, maybe he's hitting more for average. But, his average is up. He's at 269. So you may be more concerned with putting the ball in play versus, hitting it for power. So, there's always different factors at place. But, at the end of the day, Trumbo, he's always done well in Baltimore. Baltimore is a hitter's park. A lot of home runs there. So yeah, I felt good going with him tonight. So that's my lineup. Kind of check out my lineup, see what I got. Got Stripling, Posey, Descalzo, Candelario, Correa, Castellanos, Granderson, Trumbo, Santana. So have at it. And let me know who you picked for tonight. Name's Martin Williams. I will talk to you later.